quick training video for Lotto X and weekly money multiplier. We're going to do a really quick video here on how to set stop loss and OCO orders where you set a stop and a profit target simultaneously if you need to walk away from the computer. We're going to use a trade we're in right now. This is ZS. ZS gapped up this morning on great earnings. I'm in it right now on the break of 94, so it hasn't done very much as of yet. Here's 94. So I need to walk away from the computer. It's a very small amount. I don't have a lot in this trade. I'm just kind of playing it for fun because I know today I have a lot of things going on and I have to be away from my computer. So you can see in this trade, we're kind of floating right around zero for the trade. It's not doing much. I'm waiting for it to pop. But let's say I need to step away from my computer and I don't want to lose more than, let's say, $30 on this particular trade. I have one share or one lot in here. So I'm going to come put a stop here at 120, put that stop in. And now if the price comes down below that, it's going to stop me out, which would be hilarious if it did it as we were talking. And you can see it puts a line on the chart, so I kind of know roughly where that would be. It's not an exact science, but it puts a line on the chart. So let's say I wanted to risk $60 on this trade because I thought it was at least worth 120 in upside, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's going to be down here, down below kind of this bouncing low. So I can do that. I can put in that order and I can walk away and know that if the stock drifts down near that level, it's going to stop me out and it's going to limit downside losses. The other thing we can do is set both a stop order and a profit target order. And the way to do that is to go to our OCO, set an OCO order, come down. What you'll see is the brackets start to get created here. So if I wanted to come in and set my stop, it's going to say on the plus or minus 10 on the stop. And we come down here, you can see this bracket that's being created. So at 150, it's going to set a stop at 95 based on what I have. And then my profit target could be up here at $66. So if I click that, it's going to be it's going to set a stop order at a $54 loss and a sell limit order if it gets there, let's say at $100, roughly a 2-to-1 risk reward. So I'm going to put those in, and as you can see, I have a stop down here at $54, and I have a limit order if the stock moves up to sell at $100. And I can move these around now that they're in there. You'll see the bracket here on the left hand side. I can move this up a little bit to $39 if I don't want to risk $54, or back to $30 where we were before. Just make sure you're not moving it inside of the bid and ask because it will trigger that order. And then I can walk away knowing that I'm risking $30 to make $100, and it's going to do one or the other, and it'll stop out on either side if the price gets to that point. You can, if you're setting that order, you can control, if you're on OCO here, you can change the offset for the order to less or more. But usually when you're placing that order originally, you just want to make sure that it's far enough outside of the bid and ask, and then you can adjust each order from there if you want to tighten it up a little bit or widen it for whatever reasons that you have. So that's how to set a stop limit and an OCO sell and stop order in case you have to in case you have to walk away from the computer or be away from the desk during the day, you know that your risk is limited on the downside. The only issue with doing that sometimes is if you are put your stop in really tight, market makers can see that. If it's not super liquid stock, they might just come down, grab your order, and then run it back up. So you kind of have to be careful about that. Typically, I say put a stop limit order in only if you need to walk away from the computer or you can't watch it. Otherwise, just have a mental stop limit in, stop loss area in, so that you can stop out when it gets there. If any of you struggle with discipline when a stock goes against you, this is also a great trick just to set. If I know I should stop out if this goes below, let's say that 93.56 level. So I should come in here and find kind of where that is, and see the stop limit order is here right below that level. That's a $64 loss. I could handle that on this very small trade, and then I can just go about my day and not worry about whether my discipline is going to get the best of me or not. But you do run the risk of the market makers running this down and taking you out and then running you back up. So you have to kind of weigh that with your discipline levels, and then make your decisions based on that. So that's a quick lesson on stop limit orders and OCO orders to bracket your position in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and we'll try to answer them as soon as we can. Thanks.